Offer sheets are a delicate topic in the NHL, and the current situation with the Toronto Maple Leafs and Nick Robertson puts the team at a crossroads. The recent move by the St. Louis Blues, making offers to two Edmonton Oilers players, Philip Broberg and Dylan Holloway, has reignited a debate that many prefer to avoid: the risk of losing emerging talent through an offer sheet. Now, the question looming is, could Nick Robertson be next on other teams' offer lists? The young prospect, who requested a trade after the 2023-24 season ended, has shown immense potential but has yet to fully shine with the Maple Leafs. With rebuilding teams and ample cap space, Robertson could be the perfect target for a fresh start with another franchise. Since his selection as a second-round pick in 2019, Nick Robertson has been a name that many Leafs fans have followed closely. His skating ability, vision on the ice, and goal-scoring instincts are qualities any NHL team would love to have. However, the lack of consistent opportunities with the main roster has been a hurdle in his career so far. General Manager Brad Treliving has made it clear that Robertson will have a bigger chance next season, especially under the new head coach, Craig Berube. But will that be enough to convince the young player to stay in Toronto? Or will the prospect of more ice time and a prominent role on another team be too tempting to resist? With 17 goals and 34 points in 87 NHL games, Robertson is a player still seeking his place among the elite. Compared to Holloway, who received an offer of $2.29 million over 2 years, Robertson's stats are more impressive, making it even more likely that he will receive offers from other teams. Leafs fans, do you think Robertson should stay and fight for his spot, or would a change be better for both him and the team? With only $875,000 available in cap space, the Maple Leafs are in a tight spot. If an offer sheet is made for Robertson, Treliving will need to act quickly to adjust the roster and keep the young forward on the team. This is a decision that cannot be taken lightly, as losing a talent like Robertson over a simple cap issue would be a hard blow for the organization. Nick Robertson's future with the Maple Leafs is still uncertain, but one thing is clear: the team needs to act quickly to ensure he continues wearing the blue and white jersey. After all, do you believe the Leafs should do everything they can to keep Robertson, or would it be better to explore what other teams are willing to offer? As the NHL offseason progresses, the Toronto Maple Leafs continue to explore ways to strengthen their defense. Recently, a trade proposal has sparked intense discussions among fans: the possible return of Cody Ceci, currently with the Edmonton Oilers, to Toronto. This deal could be a significant strategic move, but what does it really mean for the Maple Leafs and their fans? If you're a keen follower of the Toronto Maple Leafs, you might remember Ceci's stint with the team in 2019 to 2020. At that time, he signed a one-year, $4.5 million contract after being acquired from the Ottawa Senators in a trade that also involved other players. However, his only season in Toronto was marked by challenges, including an ankle injury that sidelined him for a month. Even so, he managed to play in 56 games, scoring 1 goal and 7 assists. Although his performance was considered below expectations, it's undeniable that Ceci is a defenseman with significant NHL experience. Now, with Ceci in the final year of his 4-year, $15 million contract with the Oilers, speculation about his return to the Maple Leafs has emerged. The proposal, created by a user of Puckpedia's new PuckGM tool, suggests a trade where Toronto would receive not only Ceci but also Beau Akey, one of Edmonton's top defensive prospects. In exchange, the Oilers would receive Alex Steeves, a forward still without a contract who has had a relatively quiet NHL career so far. But why would Toronto be interested in reacquiring Ceci? And what could Akey, a young defensive talent, bring to the team? For the Maple Leafs, who are focused on strengthening their defense this offseason, adding a player like Akey to the roster could be a strategic move for the future. Additionally, reacquiring Ceci, despite his previous stint not being the brightest, could offer the depth and experience the team needs, especially in a season that promises to be challenging. On the other hand, for the Oilers, this trade seems more of a necessity than a choice. With a tight cap, Edmonton needs to free up space to match the offers made by other teams to their young talents, Philip Broberg and Dylan Holloway. By moving Ceci and his contract, the Oilers could gain the necessary space to keep these promising players. However, there's a cost. By trading Ceci, Edmonton would need to include something extra, like a first or second-round pick, to attract interest. But this leads us to think, would this trade really benefit the Maple Leafs? And for you, the fan, how do you feel about Ceci's possible return? Remembering his previous season in Toronto, do you think he could add value to the team now, at a time when the defense needs stability? Or would you prefer the team to focus on developing new talents like Akey, rather than betting on a player whose past performance was, at best, questionable? And what about Akey, a young player with great potential but little experience in the league? Could he be the type of player who could make a difference for the Leafs in the long run? These are questions that will certainly divide opinions among fans. This is one of those moments when fan opinion becomes even more important. So, we want to know, what do you think of this possible trade? Do you believe Toronto should go ahead with this proposal, or do you think there are other areas that deserve more attention? The future of the Toronto Maple Leafs is at stake, and the decisions made now could shape the team's path in the coming seasons. The situation with Nick Robertson and the speculations about Cody Ceci's possible return bring up crucial issues for the franchise. Should Toronto focus on retaining its promising players or seek new strategies in the market? The voice of the fans is essential at this moment. We want to know what you think. Should Robertson continue fighting for his spot in Toronto, or would a change be better for both him and the team? And what about Ceci's possible return? Could this be the solution to the Leafs' defensive challenges? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates about the Leafs. Your participation is what motivates us to keep bringing analyses and discussions that really matter. We're looking forward to hearing your opinion.